right now it's time for our main event. It's time for group champions. It's time for EC3 to go one-on-one with Lashley.
The bowling contest scheduled for one fall has a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Tyrus, Ethan Carter III, EC3.
He's a former TNA World Champion, and as you saw earlier at Bound for Glory, EC3 wasn't pinned, he didn't submit. Matt Hardy defeated Drew Galloway to become TNA World Champion for just about 24 hours. And now EC3 finds himself in the World Title Series. He finds himself with just 1 point. EC3 needs a victory here tonight against Lashley. And if EC3 wins this match, he'll join Austin Aries atop the leaderboard with 4 points apiece in a great place to advance to the knockout round.
And I know that must feel very uncomfortable for you, Josh, to sit here and say former champion when it comes to EC3. But he's no longer champion, and he has to do everything that you just said to get back to that title. He has to come out on top right here tonight.
And his opponent from Denver, Colorado, the Destroyer, Lashley.
So Lashley could put the nail in the coffin. Should he be victorious here tonight, if Lashley beats EC3, Lashley will have 6 points. And if you do the math, no one can knock Lashley out of the top 2 that would advance from group champions. A victory here means Lashley is moving on to the round of 16, that much closer to the world title.
And speaking of that someone, if you will, that can knock Lashley off while he's in the ring, EC3, as I mentioned, before the Take That Moves Like a Race car came out here. But what an obstacle, what a task that's going to be at hand for EC3. Can he get the job done?
And again, you'll notice when EC3 went to the outside of the ring, he didn't confer with Tyrus. There was no huddle. EC3 actually turned his back to Tyrus, started walking the other way. Remember what happened at Bound for Glory? Tyrus won the Bound for Gold match and then said, I respect you, partner. I appreciate everything you've done for me, but I want an opportunity at the World Championship. At the time, EC3 was world champion.
Well, just let's call it like it is. All right, we know that the big man, the man dinosaur, Tyrus, is still on the payroll of EC3, but let's face it, there's a little bit of professional tension. The big man has a title shot, a future title shot, guaranteed by winning the Gauntlet for Gold match at Bound for Glory, and whoever wins this tournament has to know that Tyrus is coming after him.
Earlier tonight, as we've been talking about, Austin Aries picked up the victory over Mr. Anderson, so Aries sits at 4 points. He actually leads group champions right now. Lashley right behind him with 3 points, EC3 with 1. After the time limit draw a couple of weeks ago with Austin Aries, trying to get a look at the non-verbal communication between Tyrus and EC3 on the outside. Lashley just waiting patiently for the former champion to get back into the ring.
I'm telling you, Josh, this World Title Series is something of just gigantic proportions of what can happen for each individual in there. We're talking about the TNA World Heavyweight title. We're talking about the end-all, be-all of championships. This championship title means that you are the best in the world, and every competitor, man and woman alike, want to have the right to say that.
And I want to go back to your fearless prediction from earlier. Do you really think that here tonight, EC3 is going to be pinned? EC3 is going to be defeated as he's playing mind games with Lashley Lashley right now, you really think that it's been 730 something odd days?
When you say or ask that question, you almost insult Pope. You almost question Pope, if you will. I don't just think, I profoundly spoke. I speak a word of profoundness, and I'm telling you, it's going to happen tonight. Lashley is going to pin EC3.
And EC3 there was able to take advantage of Lashley. Oh, what a shoulder block on the former world champion. So often we talk about Lashley not having any sort of a hiccup. There's no chink in the armor of the offense or the defense of Lashley. 14-2 MMA record. If Kurt Angle's a cyborg, what is Lashley?
Well, I said every time he comes out, he's a tank that moves like a race car. There's no chink in his armor, as you just said. Can Lashley be stopped? This guy Lashley steamrolls, if you will, over everybody. Look at him go right now on EC3.
The Impact Zone fully behind Lashley here tonight in our main event. From Group Champions, Lashley and EC3 vying for 3 very important points here tonight. And Lashley sends EC3 across the ring. Lashley always ready, always poised and primed, looking for a spear. Powerful clothesline there. Lashley starting to get it going. Lashley bringing the fight to EC3. Can he keep it going as the World Title Series rolls on? And before the commercial break, in the early goings of this match, as we welcome everyone back to Wednesday Night Impact, Lashley wasn't going to the outside with EC3, but he followed the former champion out there this time around. Oh, perhaps a big mistake by Lashley.
Well, it turned out to be a big mistake, but at the time it was a great idea. You want to stay on top of your opponent when you have him rocking and reeling, and Lashley at the time was trying to do just that, but it appeared to have backfired on the big man.
Lashley stunned. And it was the shoulder of Lashley that went right into the steel ring steps, and that's the back of EC3 planted.
A power buster, if you will, straight to the concrete floor.
That'll take all the wind out of EC3. A game changer of a move by the blue chip athlete Lashley, and then Tyrus strikes.
Oh man, did you see? I think Lashley's head hit off of that ring post. Keith Mitchell in the truck. We got to take another look at this.
And look at Tyrus just sent Lashley into the steel post. Lashley in trouble now. All thanks to the bodyguard of EC3. All thanks to Tyrus. And now EC3 quickly into the cover. Hooks the leg, and Lashley kicked out at 1.
And now you know EC3, he's just going to go to war right now. He's going to well away. He's going to attack any body part that he possibly can, because this is his moment. This is his opportunity.
Love the spirit of the World Title Series. Therefore, I'm not a fan of the antics and the chicanery that we're seeing here from EC3.
I know the viewing audience can't necessarily see Pope right now in his eyes when you said what you said. I'm very shocked. I'm surprised. But hey, you too can be a stand-up guy at times. Call it like it is. The shenanigans that are going on isn't needed.
And they continue. They continue on the outside. Tyrus is earning his paycheck tonight. And EC3 may lose some of his paycheck if this continues. The man was already fined for putting his hands on TNA executive John Gaborik. You think EC3 cares about fines, though?
Of course not. EC3 is going to do whatever it takes to prove the world wrong, to prove Pope wrong, and to come out on top and defeat Lashley right here tonight.
Remember when TNA President Dixie Carter, and there are 5 minutes left in this match right now, EC3 cannot have another time limit draw. He needs a victory. Remember when TNA President Dixie Carter and Executive Billy Corgan talked about the World Title Series. No more shenanigans. Great matches. No more nonsense, no more outside interference, and EC3 continues to be the one man who bends and breaks the rules.
And that's because EC3 has no more regard, if you will, no more respect. He said, D, you're dead to me. So what does that say about the mindset of EC3? He can give a rat's you know what.
He has no moral backbone. Does EC3?
Birds of a feather flock together. We're talking about EC3 and the dinosaur, of course. Not necessarily you, Josh, but right now, big man, he's powering out.
Lashley using his strength here to counter EC3. And Lashley talked about it in the roundtable discussion. He said, look, we all could have beaten EC3 at any given point during his meteoric rise to the World Championship, but because of people like Tyrus, because of people in the past like Rockstar Spud, running interference for EC3, that's how he's got here. And German suplex.
Lashley locked the hands, held on, over the head, belly to belly, followed by that German suplex.
EC3 continues to, well, he needs to continue to do things on his own to prove himself as a worthy champion. And Lashley.
Look at the strength.
EC3 trying to rake the eyes, does so, gets back to his feet, goes low. And EC3 got caught there. Lashley doesn't connect with all of the power slam, and it's not enough to put away EC3.
Lashley didn't get it quite like he wanted, but look, he's going for a maneuver right now. Straight out of his MMA background training. Lashley has a locked-in partner.
So EC3 is in the grip of Lashley. 3 minutes to go in this matchup. Can Lashley put away EC3?
Lashley got to be careful with that rear naked. This isn't MMA.
Look at Tyrus. Tyrus put the foot of EC3 on the bottom rope. Tyrus has saved EC3 yet again.
Well, Tyrus is still doing his job. I mean, it may not be on the up and up like always, but he's doing just enough.
EC3 reverses, EC3 connects. Unique offense and a kick out there by Lashley.
What a matchup between these two competitors.
But again, the caveat has to be, and the X factor has to be thrown in there, that Tyrus has gotten involved on, by my count, 4 occasions.
And I'm sure President Dixie Carter is going to deal with it accordingly.
Oh! EC3 splash in the corner.
But to your point, how much does EC3 care
2 minutes.
about
2 minutes to go.
About being fined? He's already been fined. He's already, been reprimanded. Do he care?
Less than 120 seconds, and Lashley has EC3 up and down with the powerbomb.
Lashley's feeling it. He's getting amped up, partner. He's revving up the engine.
Lashley with the spear, and Lashley wants to put himself in the round of 16, and Tyrus yet again.
This is despicable. This is ridiculous.
Lashley now into the cover, and EC3 has had enough time to recover and kick out at 2.
Tyrus bought EC3 enough time. Just that moment that he pulled Lashley out of the ring gave him enough time to recover.
And Lashley now, with 1 minute to go, has to remain composed. And what in the world is Tyrus doing? Tyrus knows how much time is left.
Finally, Lashley has had enough. Way to go, Lashley.
EC3's got the steel chair, though. Lashley trying to stop EC3 with the low blow.
No.
And the 1%er.
No.
And this self-centered SOB, EC3, continues to put his own agenda above everyone.
Ethan Carter III.
EC3's got 4 points. 3 points for the victory here, 1 point after the draw with Austin Aries, but the World Title Series was created to put an end to this.
You said it just right, partner. To put an end to the BS, to put an end to the shenanigans. Do it with honor. If you're going to get to the top, do it with honor. There's a code.
EC3 doesn't care how he gets it done. EC3 simply wants to be TNA World Champion. The man defeated Lashley here tonight, and now EC3 is atop the leaderboard. Is EC3 our next world champion?
And his opponent from Cameron, North Carolina,